David and Goliath. When God uses the underestimated. The valley was silent with fear. On one hill stood the armies of Israel, shaking, uncertain, their courage slipping like water through their fingers. On the opposite hill, the Philistines stood confident, bold, and unafraid. Between them lay a valley of conflict that had lasted for generations. And out of the Philistine ranks stepped a giant, Goliath of Gath, nearly 10 feet tall, armor like iron walls, a voice that shook the ground. Twice a day he came forward, morning and evening, shouting the same challenge. "Choose a man to fight me. If he kills me, we will serve you. But if I kill him, Israel will serve us." For 40 days no one moved. Not a single soldier dared to step forward. Even King Saul, once a mighty warrior himself, stood back in fear. Then came David, not a soldier, not a warrior, just a young shepherd boy sent by his father Jesse to bring food to his brothers. David arrived at the battlefield and heard the giant's challenge. He looked around and saw grown men trembling. He saw fear hanging over the camp like a thick cloud, and something stirred inside him. Something bold, something unshakable. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? David asked. His brothers mocked him. Saul doubted him, everyone dismissed him. But David was not relying on physical strength. He was relying on the God who had delivered him before. When Saul finally agreed to let him fight, he tried to dress David in armor. But the armor was too heavy, too foreign. David shook his head and removed it. "I cannot go in these," he said. "I am not used to them." Instead, David picked up his staff, grabbed his sling, and chose 5 smooth stones from a brook. He placed them in his shepherd's pouch and walked into the valley alone. Goliath laughed when he saw him. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here, and I will give your flesh to the birds." But David stood firm, his voice steady, his faith unshaken. "You come to me with a sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord Almighty. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hand." The giant moved forward with thunderous steps. David ran toward him, not away, not hesitating, but running straight into the danger others fled. He reached into his pouch, grabbed a stone, placed it in his sling, and swung it with precision, born from years of protecting sheep. The stone flew through the air with unstoppable force and struck Goliath in the forehead. The giant fell face first into the dust. Silence filled the valley, then shock, then victory. David took Goliath's own sword, lifted it with both hands, and ended the battle. The Philistines ran in terror as Israel roared back to life with courage. David, the boy no one believed in, became the hero of Israel. Not because he was the strongest, not because he was the tallest, not because he was trained, but because he believed God would fight for him. David teaches us a powerful truth. You don't need a sword when God has given you a sling. You don't need armor when God is your protection. Your giant may be big, but your God is bigger. If you're facing a giant in your life, fear, doubt, sickness, lack, comment, "God is bigger than my giant." Share this video with someone who needs courage today. And subscribe for more powerful Bible stories that strengthen faith, inspire bravery, and remind you that God still fights for His people.